Yo guys, what's up homies? Second video. This video is I'm gonna be really brief about it. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna briefly go over the games I already have in the collection. Talk small amount about each one, and so you know where I'm starting from. So, on another note, I don't know if this is where I'm gonna make my videos. It was just the most convenient place to do it in my place right now. So it might change, and I'm filming on an iPad because I'm like super prepared for this. Um, I'm sure I'm gonna get better equipment. Some friends of mine and we do a podcast. I have a microphone, but I don't have much for recording video. So I'm going to just start with this for now, and then we'll see where it goes. So, first game. Adventure Island 2. This game I'm like super nostalgic about because it's a lot of fun. It was just cool as a kid to like ride dinosaurs and like ride skateboards, because skateboards were cool back then. Maybe they are now if you're a skateboarder. Sorry, but they're not. But yeah, we rode dinosaurs, and there's a linear level, kind of like Mario, and it was a lot of fun. So this one, totally recommend. Pick it up if you can. This one, Adventures of Bayou Billy, very, very difficult. I don't think I've ever gotten past the second level, but I remember picking it up at where our game stores in the mall. It used to be called Softworks Cetra, I think, or something even before that. And I bought this in a bin when they were getting rid of their NES games. So super long time ago, like probably 95, 96. My mom dropped me at the mall or something. But these games are super hard. This game, Bad News Baseball. A lot of people grew up playing RBI baseball. This is the one I played. Tons of fun. Baseball games are always a blast, but on the NES, they're getting pretty intense. So, Blades of Steel. I've heard the rumor every Canadian has played this game. It's a lot of. It's the same kind of deal. Sports game. 8-bit graphics. They can be terrible or they can be great. This one is one of the great ones. This game, Bubble Bobble. So much fun. Get this game. Looks like a little kid's game. Starts out like a little kid's game, but the co-op in this, like the 2-player, is a blast. You need to play with your friends to play it. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Not a lot of experience with this game. Never beat it. I've actually never beat Castlevania game. I always have fun just going through levels and going as I, please. But I've never actually, beat Dracula at the end or anything like that. Championship Bowling. It is what it is. It's a bowling game. Nothing crazy. Dragon Power. This is one of the first eBay purchases I ever made, like in 2006, because I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. And this game is based on Dragon Ball, roughly. It was like a port from a Famicom game in Japan, which had a lot more to do with the show. But there's a lot of changes in this game, but I still got it because I was a big fan of the show. Dragon Warrior, which is now called Dragon Quest, and I think they just made their 10th game on the Wii U in Japan. But it was called Dragon Warrior 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the NES because there was some licensing issues. I think Dungeons and Dragons owned the rights to the name Dragon Quest, so they had to call it Dragon Warrior in the United States. It didn't do very well because Final Fantasy just rocked all of it. So, but it's a Final Fantasy kind of base game, RPG. I have Duck Hunt on its own. I don't need to say much. This game's awesome. Everybody knows it. And speaking of which, Final Fantasy. It's great. It's still great. Very lengthy, and the combat takes forever, but it's still fun, and it's a good time. Karate Champ. I think my little brother got this for Christmas one year. Maybe I did, but one of us did, and it was super. Controls are really really tough, and I honestly have never had much fun playing it, but it's still a game I have. A must own on this console is The Legend of Zelda. This comes in a gold cart and a gray cartridge, and I happen to have only the gold one. But the game, I don't need to say much about it. The game in itself is very sought after and very, very well liked by all ages. You know, this game transcends games. It's probably second to Mario, I would say. I can't think of a second franchise that would even come close to rivaling with this whole, what they do with these games. Little Mermaid. You're going to say, what? No. All of the Capcom games on the NES are golden. So well done and a lot of fun. Usually swimming in NES games or old games is just atrocious. They did it right with this. It's a lot of fun. You get to be Ariel and you get to shoot bubbles at fish and stuff, and it's fun. It's a good time. Enjoy yourself. Metal Gear, very first one, the one that the dude who runs it now apparently isn't much a fan of, but I can see why, because it's difficult and the checkpoints are hard to come by. So, but if you're a Metal Gear fan, you maybe not have played this. So give it a shot. Narc. It's like you're like cops and you shoot bad guys, and the bad guys look like they're naked dudes under trench coats. It's super strange, but you get a gun and you shoot bad guys. Ninja Gaiden 2. People say Gaiden, I believe it's Gaiden, and they also say Ryu when it's Ryu. Hayabusa is the main character, but Ninja Gaiden classic series on the NES, and they did a good job with the new ones on the future consoles. But Ninja Gaiden 2, I think it's a little easier, than the first one, because I never beat the first one. I've gotten close in this one, so but I enjoy this one. Pro wrestling looks super lame. Not. You get a buddy and you get some beers in you, and you get super intense about who's gonna pin who, and it's a good time. Rad Gravity, not much to say about this. I got this the same day that I got Bayou Billy. It's everything's like upside down. As you can see, the dude's like upside down. It's super strange. I didn't understand the mechanics in it. I'll give it another shot. Smash TV, a classic. If you know anything about like the Running Man, it's kind of like that, where you're on a game show fighting for your life and monsters and crazy stuff's happening. So this game's a good shoot 'em up, kind of top down style game. It's a lot of fun. I don't know that there's anybody in the world who ever had an NES or played an NES that didn't have this game. It was bundled with the console when you bought it, or most of them, but always great. A lot of people consider Mario to be the original, the best game ever. I don't, but it's a lot of fun. And again, Dunk Hunt. You want to shoot the dog, but you can't shoot the dog. Everyone wants to kill that fucking dog, but we just can't. But now we can. Did you know that, guys? Did you know that you can kill the dog? You can be the dog in Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. So go kill that motherfucker and get your jollies out and enjoy yourself by finally get to kill him 25 years later. Tecmo Bowl. I just got this recently for the Super Bowl. We had a party at a friend's house and we played this before and after the game. It's easily going to be a tradition now, because who doesn't want to show up and play Tecmo Bowl ever? But that just makes the Super Bowl party so much better. But if you choose to use the Raiders, not fair. Not fair. Bo Jackson's unstoppable, so you gotta put a cap. Unless there's someone really bad, maybe they can have a handicap and be the Raiders. Tetris, one of my favorite games ever on any platform. This is the original one. They made this in a an unlicensed cartridge too. I have the licensed one. Tetris is awesome. Everybody enjoys it. It's just I don't have to say much about it. Top Gun, very notorious. Oh, sorry, this is Top Gun's second mission. The first one is very notorious for being difficult to land back on the ship in the ocean, and it's the aircraft carrier, and it's so hard. Second one, a lot more fun. I'm a big Top Gun fan. Top Gun's my favorite movie ever. So I had to get a Top Gun game that was enjoyable. This is it. And this game is just awesome. So much ridiculous. They made Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego on Nintendo Entertainment System. I didn't know this until like a couple weeks ago. I'm waiting to play it with some friends, just purely because, all of us played it on the computer in grade school. It was like the Oregon Trail and, Where in Time or Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. You gotta find this bitch. You gotta find her. Now she's going through time. So you gotta step your game up and you gotta find her. All her little henchmen, they don't matter. You need to find her to put it all to the end. So that's my collection that I have so far. I think I told you in the last video I lost some games over time. What I'm really upset about is someone broke into a storage unit that had some games in, and I had a boxed copy, like mint condition, of Mega Man 6, and that would have been, my most valuable game, because I think boxed it's worth like $150, something like that. Not to mention that it's a fun game. Music's always great in those games, but I don't have it anymore. So that's what I'm working with right now, guys, and it's only going to get bigger. Come along with me. We'll have some fun. I'll talk about what I enjoy, and we'll play some games. Leave comments, tell me what you think. If you have ideas of backdrops or something I should do. I have a cardboard cutout of 50 Cent over there. Maybe he can hang out with me. You guys let me know what you think. And just tell me if you have suggestions for the show. So, I appreciate you watching. God bless, and have fun gaming, guys.